I'm Rob Walters, your Oxford guide, YouTuber and pub enthusiast. When I started my Pubs of Oxford series, I asked a number of people to talk about their favourite pub. Here's Margaret's pick.
Well, it has to be the Harcourt Arms in Jericho. I go there because I love the music. Sunday night's open mic, Saturday night's a band, other music during the course of the week.
The Harcourt Arms is a very popular, traditional, drink-led pub in the very heart of Jericho, a trendy and sought-after area of Oxford. Jericho is very close to the city centre and consists primarily of terraced houses radiating out from the canal and overlooked by the intriguing building of St Barnabas Church. To find the Harcourt, just walk north along Jericho's central thoroughfare, Walton Street, with its numerous pubs, restaurants, shops and such. Then turn left into Jericho Street and the pub is in sight. It's on the corner of Terrace. Though there was an earlier building here, the pub was constructed in its present form in the 1930s by Incoop Brewery. It follows their standard company design and is very pleasant on the eye. Let's have a look inside before it opens for business at 5 o'clock. Passing through the double black doors, we can soon see that most important part of the pub, the bar. We'll come back to that, of course. This is the only public room of the pub, and yet this corner to the left is almost like a snug. Warm too. In the winter, this fireplace radiates a glowing warmth to those in need. Wood-fired, of course. Nice painting. And here's the bar again. Don't worry, we'll get to it soon. There's the pillar that often blocks my view of the performance area, and there is where the musicians play at the end of the week. Here's a few samples. Nice seating, bit of everything here. And so to the bar again. Hey, there's someone there setting up for opening time. Who are you and what do you do here?
I'm a bartender here currently. Been here, I guess, well, technically probably 2 years. I've been working here since I was 18. It's my dad's place, so I work here during my off seasons at uni.
What do you think of the people who drink here?
Oh, I love them, honestly. I've been coming here since I've been about 13, so I've known a lot of people for quite a long time in my life. And they've always, I've learned that Jericho is a community more than anyone. I walk down the street now and I find it hard not to bump into someone I know.
He's leaning on the fizzy beer taps, but here's my personal preference. Mostly Fuller's cask ale, but some interesting guests too, all well kept and sometimes selling out on a busy weekend evening. Let's go through the back passage where there's a not very well kept secret. There you have it. This city pub has a really pleasant garden. And who's that sitting there?
I'm the landlord of the Harcourt Arms in Jericho. I've been here now for just over 6 years, and I love the pub, and I love the life that it gives me, the people that I get to meet, the live music that we put on a weekly basis, and just thoroughly settled into Jericho and Oxford, the vibrancy that the city offers people of all backgrounds, all ages, all different groups. So having never been to Oxford, well, I spent 1 day in Oxford before I took over the pub, and I've loved every moment of it.
And here's Ricky, a well-known personality in the pub and a man of many parts.
Harcourt, I do a bit of everything. I work behind the bar sometimes when I'm needed. I play music, organise gigs, this kind of thing. Like to get involved with everything really.
So you're one of the few people that actually play music here, drink here, and are behind the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They should all be like me, really, but they're not.
could we have too many Rickies, do you think?
Maybe, actually, yeah. Maybe. There's probably only space for one.
Yeah. So what's the style of music that you play?
I like, in my band, we play reggae and punk and specials, this kind of thing. And when I play alone, I like to play Bob Dylan and Radiohead.
Yeah. We're now taking a quick walk around the garden. I love that tree. We're just getting into spring right now. The garden will look even better as the year progresses. And here's a very important person at the Harcourt, Nigel Brown. What do you do here, Nigel?
Okay, so what I do here at the Harcourt Arms is I run the open mic sessions on a Sunday evening. We've been doing that for 12 or 13 years, I think now. And Chris tends to sort of set things up and do the tech. I just organise the musicians. What I like about it is the fact that it's so incredibly varied. And every week we get somebody new that's either never played at the Harcourt before, and in some cases, which I really value, people who've never played anywhere before, and they give it their best shot. And I especially like people who've never played before who just give it a go, and generally it works really, really well, and it's a very sympathetic audience as well. Everyone seems to have a really nice time. But also what I do like especially about it is the jamming, and there's a lot of jamming going on, usually with people who've never heard the song before, or it might be very unfamiliar, but they always seem to get a good response from the audience, and everyone has a good time, and most people get to play. So that's basically it.
To me, as I don't play any instruments or anything, that people can get up there, especially your end of evening. You seem to get people who have probably never played together, and they're up there, and to me it sounds absolutely wonderful.
Well, that's great. So the finale is sort of my choice of someone who's played earlier, usually, and who can probably bring together a few of the musicians, as you say. We have had sort of 10 or 11 people on the stage before now, or indeed in the audience playing tambourines or dancing or whatever. So yeah, the finale is the highlight of the whole evening.
Nigel's such a modest chap. Here you can see him in action on a stage.
Could it be no one to share, no one who truly cares for me? Some people want it all, I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I got you, baby.
Just spotted another person that's essential to make the music scene at the Harcourt go with a swing. What do you do here, Chris?
Well, aside from drinking, I help Nigel set up the open mic most weeks because we've got a full kind of setup of house instruments, piano, guitar, bass, the works. So it takes some setting up. So it takes about an hour usually to get it all sorted. Yeah.
And you play, don't you?
And they play sometimes, yeah. So I play a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Help other people out with stuff, and do some of my own stuff.
Say that you'll always be mine. Oh, dearest one, if you should leave me.
I'll just walk back here for a talk with one of the Harcourt's open mic regulars. What did you do here, Patty?
Well, when I come to the Harcourt, I come for the open mic night, mostly, because I really love to sing. And Nigel, who runs the open mic, does a really good job of getting as many different people on as he can. He gets experienced singers on, and he gets completely new people on fairly. Tries to let everybody have a go, and encourages you, makes you feel calm before you go on. And I discovered by accident that I really loved singing, and I wish that I had discovered it before now, but this place is a place where, because of the way Nigel sets it up, and Ian, whose pub it is, really loves live music, so he likes the open mic to be there. Then, I really got a chance to have a go, and I found out I just really loved doing it. So I did it some more, and I come every Sunday. I go to the pub for the singing, and sometimes I go, Ian, the landlord, puts some people from the open mic or other people who are good performers on other different nights in the week. So music is his thing. So I discovered music is my thing as well.
Takes them, not one lifetime. Everyone just standing, wringing their hands and crying.
Pat is quite right. There is more to the music scene than the open mic night on Sundays, as you can see in this poster from the past. Many different bands play, and there's a regular hip-shaking disco. Here's a few glimpses of live performances from the past.
And he said, war is gone, but he won. Monkey finger, he should Coca-Cola. He said, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together.
Performers come from all over the globe to play at the Harcourt. Here's just a few samples. Please note that the recorded sound quality in this video is poor. It is so much better when you are here in person.
We can all hear it talk tonight as the song.
And of course, it's not all about the music. You can come to the Harcourt for a quiet pint on most weeknights when that busy musical atmosphere is transformed into a quiet backstreet pub where you can, for example, ask where the Harcourt name comes from. Here's Ian's explanation.
Harcourt was one of the knights who came over with William the Conqueror. After their successful conquest, a Harcourt was bequeathed lands around Oxford. Therefore, you've got Stanton Harcourt, you've got Harcourt Hill, you've got Harcourt Campus. And if you look at the pub sign, the sign is very much the Harcourt family heraldry, with the peacock, the bands on the shield. So they replicate very much the original Harcourt from William the Conqueror's day. And the Harcourt family was incredibly successful. But the pub was first established here in the mid-19th century. And I've also been led to believe that it was named Harcourt Arms after the Lord Chancellor, who was the MP for Oxfordshire in that era, and I think he was Deputy Prime Minister, Lord Chancellor, so had quite a prestigious position within the government, although his reputation as a politician was somewhat suspect.
Nowadays, most pubs close for the whole of Christmas Day, but the Harcourt is a real neighbourhood pub and it does things differently.
One of my favourite days of the year is Christmas Day. It's the only day of the year that I open the pub at lunchtime. So we get to meet the parents of the younger customers, we get to meet the children of the older customers, so we get to meet people's families. It's 12 till 3, so everybody can go back for their Christmas lunch. Now the King's Speech, or the Queen's Speech, as it was. So it's a really engaging day of meeting people's extended family.
There you have it, the Harcourt. Great pub, great beer, great music, lovely room, and a lovely garden. Great neighbourhood pub. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notify button. Bye-bye.